yeah, Jill and Jack tied the knot yesterday at their wedding. Sounds kind of just different and simple. To fall in love doesn't actually mean falling, even though it sounds like it. So it means not to literally fall, but get to the point where two people are in love. So falling in love is when two people begin to love each other, I guess. It's kind of weird to explain, but
How are different from crush on?
Oh, a crush on would be more like, like if I liked a boy, or especially like in middle school or something, like, oh, I have a crush on that person, but it means more like I like them. Yeah. But falling in love is more of a two-way thing too. Like, it's both people usually, when they like decide like they love each other, like at the point when they really, really love each other.
Like you and Sean?
Yeah! Guess you could say that. Yeah. Or like, for example, like in fairy tales or Disney movies, it's like when the prince and the princess first see each other. Like sometimes it's, in the movies it'll be like right away and they decide like they love each other. And then they like, pretty soon they're hugging. That's basically like falling in love. Like if you picture kind of like a Disney movie. Yeah. But it's not actually like falling. I mean, it could be if someone trips. But yeah, and a crush on is more like, I think in a way it can be less genuine. Not necessarily, but less real and genuine and more like, oh, I just have a crush on them. Or like some younger girls might have a crush on Justin Bieber, even though they probably aren't falling in love with him. Well, they might. I mean, who knows? They might be like, Justin! But yeah. So, if that makes sense. And then the next one is to pop the question. So it's not literally popping a question, because that doesn't work, but that means like when the guy asks, will you marry me, to a woman. So like when he gets down on his knee to propose, that's called like popping the question, like, will you marry me? And so that's just kind of, yeah.
It means propose?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And it's not always used, like, people don't always say, he popped the question, but it's like something that people might say. It's kind of like a slang for he proposed. So it's more of a slang term than an actual term. Like, oh, did you hear he popped the question yesterday? And it's like, oh yeah, he did. And like, I don't know, it's more of a slang term for proposing. So that might be something you might hear, probably more so maybe on like a movie or maybe in real life, where someone's like, oh, she popped the question, and just so you're not confused, you can know like, oh, that means propose.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So the first time to hear this one.
Yeah. It's a little bit different, and it's not as common, I don't think, but it is something that might help you understand what someone's saying if they do say that. So, to have a thing for someone, and that's like a weird way to translate it, but that's also slang.